Another young black youth has died on the streets of the UK, stabbed to death. But this time, it is a woman. Now, a lot of people are not gonna like what I have to say about this, but here it goes. We are back. We are back at that familiar place that people in the UK know oh so well. The place of a young black person being stabbed on the streets. Here we are again. It's a place that we know, it's a place that we've been, it's a place that we have navigated. But again, have we learned anything? No, because here we are once again. My condolences to the family of the young lady. My condolences to her loved ones. The thing about this is that I'm asking us, and I'm asking you, and I'm asking myself, when are we going to learn? Now, other people have jumped on this saying, oh, this is some kind of misogyny attack. This is some kind of femicide. And obviously people are going to use this murder to their advantage. But I'm just going to say some factual things. People can agree with them or not, but the bottom line is that it's the facts. Fact one, the young people in the UK live and breathe and prop up and glorify a culture of knives.
Members of the public had contacted police after members of M40 had chased down and attacked the brother of 19-year-old Francesco Raggi, both RTD members. During the incident, he had been punched, kicked, stamped and stabbed in the leg. He would ultimately go on to survive the attack, but RTD were thirsty for blood after one of their own had been brutally injured. So other RTD members were called, they gathered and were ready to go hunting for a rival or rivals. Roughly 4 hours later at 6 PM, 13 RTD members had gathered, armed with knives, machetes, rods and poles, ready for a revenge attack.
The drill music that is being pumped out nowadays is all about how to stab people, how other people got stabbed, and how other people died via their stabbing. So when you have a culture that glorifies this type of behavior, my question is, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen with the young youth of today? Now, this young lady was killed at 8:30 in the morning. The boy, the young man who was 17, brought a knife out of his home at 8:30 in the morning and stabbed her for defending her friend that he wanted to get back with, and he wanted to give her flowers. Now, she didn't want the flowers and it got him angry, apparently, so goes the story. And then what happened is that her friend jumped in to defend her and ended up dying from this guy being an emotionally circumcised young boy. And this is one of the things that we have to speak about our young boys. Our young people, boys and girls as a matter of fact, are emotionally circumcised. They do not know how to deal with their emotions. Their emotions are all over the place. And so they are so quick to anger and they are not able to be stoic. And a lot of the reason why, I'm going to say it, and it's going to piss a lot of people off, the reason why a lot of these young boys do not know how to deal with their emotions is because they are around female energy too much. Now, I don't know this young man's situation. I don't know if he was raised in a single mother home or a two-parent home. I don't know. But the bottom line is, there are a lot of our young black boys raised by single mothers, and they are raised around female energy and female ways in which to deal with situations. And so these young boys are taking on this female energy, this feminist energy, and they don't know how to deal with it. They are young men. They should be able to know how to deal with their emotions, but unfortunately they don't. There are a lot of young black boys without their father in their lives to teach them this. And I'm gonna say it. A lot of mothers, black mothers specifically, don't want the fathers in their children's lives. They make it difficult. And so these are the results. However, there are also a lot of black men that just don't want to be in their children's lives. And these are the results. So we have a lot of layers to this story and these stories. We have a lot of layers to them. Now, one of the things that need to be spoken about, in my opinion, is the fact that women, a lot of young women, and women in general, like a bad boy. They like a bad boy. They like men doing bad things. They like gangsters.
I like hood niggas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you like hood niggas?
Love them. This my mama fault, because she like hood niggas.
So what's considered a hood nigga to you?
I don't know, because I like all type of niggas.
But you prefer hood niggas?
Yeah, I like hood niggas. I don't know, I can't explain no hood nigga. And they be kind of dirty too. They be kind of dusty, but I like a little dusty.
Yeah, just clean them up.
Because they hood.
Yeah.
That's like real hood shit. You know, but when they get some money, you know how they be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they be my problem. I be stuck on dusty ass niggas.
They like it. And a lot of women are turned on by these types of men. They feel like these are the types of men that can quote unquote protect them. And so they surround themselves with men who are gangsters, who are bad, who tote guns, who tote knives, who roll with big posses, who roll with big crews, who roll with big cliques, who roll with big gangs, who they feel like can protect them. It turns them on.
I'm here for it. I like that. I want you to like me so much you shoot me in the foot too. Like,
But as long
What
as,
the whoa?
Wait, no, that is very Dre-like.
Drop
man.
a grenade. What the? You want you what?
I want you to like me so much that if I'm trying to get out the car and you're like, no, sit your fucking ass in the car. And I'm like, no, nigga, I'm fucking getting out the car. No, you're not.
He shoots you in the
Bah.
foot. Yeah. You gonna fucking shut that nigga.
No, I'm not going
in
nowhere.
this moment,
How you gonna?
Drea just went viral. Guys.
Yeah. I'm just, and look, and she's looking like, okay.
I like niggas.
When you say
But
niggas, what do you
niggas,
mean?
but
Like
like, okay,
niggas who
not-
are prone to violence
But
against
she's not
black
saying
people?
black people. No, she don't.
Now, did you hear what that young lady just said? She said that she wants a man to shoot her, which means she likes to be in and around men that are gangsters, that don't have any behavior, that aren't in control of their emotions. She would want to be shot in the foot. These are some of the psychologies of the young women nowadays. Do you think, and I'm just going to say it, do you think that these young women that were around this man didn't know that he was the kind of man to carry a knife? They probably saw the knife. They probably liked the fact that he carried a knife. But what is the end result of you liking these types of men? These types of men don't know how to deal with their emotions. These types of men don't know how to be stoic. These types of men, when they get angry, will turn on you and use the same gun or the same knife to hurt you. But you're turned on by it. These types of men have existed in society for too long, and they have got too much play for too long, because I'm telling you, the women give these types of men play. They think these men are great. They think these men are gangsters. We live in a culture where the quote unquote bad man, yeah, is the guy who's seen as real stupid, yeah, real detrimental to black people, yeah, real idiotic, yeah, but real. We look at the culture and we have people within quote unquote UK black culture who are gangsters or ex-gangsters or something like that, and they are looked upon as some kind of gods. People say, oh yeah, you know what, so-and-so is real, you know, he's real. Why? Because he used to kill people. Why? Because he used to sell drugs. Why? Because he was a detriment to the black community. How is that real? You see, a lot of people talk about being down for the black community, and let me tell you something, they are some of the most parasitic people towards the black community, but nobody wants to say it. Nobody wants to say it because they're all scared. They're all scared of these gangster type people. Oh no, you can't say that. But a lot of these gangster type people who say they're about the community have one foot in gangsterism and wonderful in the quote unquote community. You can't straddle the fence on this. You cannot straddle the fence on this. And so what happens is when young women like this get killed because of quote unquote gangsters, everyone flocks and says, you know what, oh, it's so bad. It's so bad because, you know, she was such a great girl. And she was. But that's the thing. People generally don't care about the culture that she's being raised in. She is being raised in a culture that glorifies gangsterism. A lot of people love gangsterism and they glorify it. And they let people on the podcast who are gangsters, and all of these ex-gangsters have all of these podcasts, and it's all about, yeah, you know, back when I was killing people, it was great. It's like, what kind of culture is this? What kind of nonsense are we glamorizing? And so the youngers grow up saying, yeah, that older was real because he used to do the gangster shit too. But you know what the gangster shit leads to? It leads to death and destruction. That's what it leads to. And so I've said, and I'll say it again, I've said it before, lines are being drawn, okay? Time is coming within the quote unquote black community where you're either on this side with the BS or you're on this side and you're not about the BS. And that is what we are dealing with right now. We are dealing with the people that are on the BS and the people that aren't on the BS, okay? And this young girl dying is because we have some people that were on the BS and people that glamorize the BS and people that want to be around the BS, people that want to be around people that have guns and knives. It's great, it's glamorized, it's cool to be around. No, it's not, because what it ends in is you dying. And it's so unfortunate that this young lady had to die. It's so unfortunate, and like I said, my condolences go out to her and her loved ones. But the deeper problem is we have a culture of boys who do not know how to control their emotions and boys who think that gangsterism is the way forward. You have people within the community that have dedicated their lives to taking knives off the streets, etc., etc. And I commend them. They're great. I think it's a great thing. But until we deal with the root cause of why these young black boys are rolling around the streets with these knives, you're gonna keep taking knives off these young black boys until the days of old. Until you're grey in the beard and grey in the hair, and then someone else will take up the mantle and say, you know what, I think I need to take the knives off these young boys, because the bottom line is we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem, and the problem is fatherlessness. The problem is gangster culture. That is our problem. And if we don't get rid of the fatherlessness and we don't get rid of the gangster culture, we are gonna forever be mourning some young black youth on the street. We're gonna forever be mourning some young black youth that died on the street and died too young, because we are not willing to deal with the root problem. No one's willing to go to the gangsters and say, you know what, you're a detriment to the community. You know what, you don't get any play around here. No one's willing to do it. Everyone wants to laugh and joke with the gangsters and be cool with the gangsters when it's the gangsters that are bringing the drugs and the craziness to the community. Everybody wants to be cool with the gangsters. I don't want to be cool with the gangsters. Fuck a gangster. I don't give a damn about a gangster. If you are down for killing other black people, if you are down for selling drugs to other black people, why in the hell would I be down with you? Why in the hell would I like you? I don't like you. I don't care if you like me. That's fine. You know, a lot of people don't like me for whatever reason. But I'm saying, if you are the one to bring detriment to the black community, why in the hell would I be down for you? I don't like you, bro. Okay, I'm letting you know I don't like you. Whoever you are, if you're about killing other black people and glorifying gangster culture, I don't like you, bro. Okay? Because this is the result. The result is dead black bodies on the street. And for me to be down with somebody who's about that would make me look stupid. And there's a lot of black people out here looking stupid right now because they glorify gangster culture. That's not me. So in closing, I'd like to say this. Condolences to the young lady and her family. Condolences to her loved ones. But I'm telling you, we are going to be back here next week, next month, next year with some other young black youth that has been killed because we are not willing to deal with fatherlessness and gangsterism in our community.